Give the...
The camera's like tilted up.
Isn't? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Was it for that?
If your personality were a mix of two teachers, who do you think they would be?
Two teachers? I think I'd probably say like Mr. Hypel for one, just because I feel like he kind of like we already kind of like act similar, so it's like
Say more on that.
we're both kind of like just like you can tell Hypel doesn't really like talking that much, and he's like kind of quiet, but then like when he's like feeling the vibe per se, he's like he like is more talkative and then like gets into more conversations. I feel like that's kind of how I am too. Like if I'm not feeling social, I don't like obviously if I'm not feeling social, I don't want to talk. But then like once I'm like get into the mood, I'm there, like I'm talking, I'm like kind of loud once I like
In the
break
zone.
out. Once I like break out of my shell and actually start talking, I feel like it's just like it's like think of like a dam with like a river. It's like after I start talking, like the dam breaks and it just like explodes, and I like keep talking more and more, like because I'm just like I'm just feeling good then. So then second teacher, who would be their second teacher? I'm trying to think of teachers that I like, except most teachers I like don't really act like me. So I would like to say like, no, I'm going to say I would say like Klusnik, because it's kind of the same as Hypel, but like for different reasons. Like we kind of act similar, but not like similar in the same way that I was similar to Hypel. So like similar to Klusnik is in like he's also kind of quiet, doesn't really talk a lot, but then same deal with Hypel, I guess. But then Klus is just more like witty and like kind of like it makes him funny because he's like the things he says are like they sound so like what is it? He sounds like such a smart ass saying them that it's like so funny for whatever reason.
Is there any example that comes to mind?
Like, okay, so I was doing my homework the other day in class because he was giving us time, and I was like doing the wrong section on accident, and I like asked him to come over and help me with a question, and he came over and he helped me with it, and then he walked away for like 2 minutes, and he came back and he's just like, just out of curiosity, did you know you're doing the wrong section? Like, and that was just so funny to me because it's like he spent 5 minutes trying to explain to me how to do a question, and then just like he knew it was the wrong section the whole time.
Right.
So it's like I don't know. I thought that was really funny, and it's just like maybe like I don't see that in myself to like that same extent. It seems kind of like I probably wouldn't do something like that. I feel like to a smaller extent.
What do you want to know most about your future self?
What I want to know most about my future self is just stuff that like I have going on right now. I just want to know how it ends up. Like I want to know how my football career ends up. I want to know like what happens.
If you were to pick one thing, what would that be?
One thing, it would be how my football career ends. Like, I really just want to know like how I went through it and then how it like ended or how it's going or like it depends on what future version of myself I'm talking about. I guess like if I'm talking about like 40, 50-year-old me, I want to know how it ends. If I'm talking to like 22-year-old me, I want to know how it's going. You know. And I feel like I don't really have a reason for that. I feel like that's just like the biggest part of my life right now is football and like playing in college. So like that's all I really want to know. I can't like think of anything else that would like anything that would like be close to that, you know.
Who would you say understands you best for who you are?
I don't know how to answer this because I feel like there's people that know me the longest and then there's people that know me like the most right now. So it's like people that know me the longest, like Andre. I've known Andre since first grade. Like he knows like basically everything about me, but I'm not as close with him right now as I am with other people. Like I would say right now, I'm probably closest with my girlfriend. So like Sheepy knows the most about me right now, but like Andre knows the most about me like overall. So, you know,
Who just sort of gets you naturally the most?
understands me the most.
Yeah.
Probably Andre then, because he just knows like all my like he just knows everything from my past. Like I basically grew up with him. Like we met in first grade. We've been friends ever since. So. Like he knows how I react to things, how I feel about things. He knows just like who I am. So it's just I would say he understands me the most.
What do you think would surprise middle school you most about your life right now?
I feel like just middle school me didn't really have like any plans for like what he was gonna do in the future. So like me knowing now, like I have a stable road ahead of me for at least the next 4 years or however long. Because I mean, I'm already committed for college, so like I'm set. Like that's what I'll be doing for 4 years. So I know it's like I'm secure in that sense. But like eighth grade me, seventh grade me, even like he had no idea what he was doing with anything. So like he just, I mean, eighth grade me was just thought he needed good grades, and I don't remember like I don't think he knew like why until now. And when it actually like finally sets in, you like they finally pay off. But it's like, yeah, I feel like having like a secure future, that's what would surprise my middle school self most. Like the fact that I'm just like set for a while, you know.
In what ways have you changed most throughout high school?
Throughout high school, the biggest change I've had throughout high school is like I kind of like just like separated myself from other people, like not like separated like not like going on my own path, like I'm like whatever, but like just separated myself as in like become my own person and became more like unique from everyone. I remember freshman year, it's just like I started off and I just kind of felt like I was the same as everyone else. Like I dressed the same, acted the same, talked the same, listened to the same music, everything. And then I like at that time I didn't really care, but then as I got older, I guess, like through sophomore and then like especially in junior year, I just like started thinking about that. Like I don't want to be like everyone else. Everyone else is like I don't want to be like everyone else because there's like these people that like that I really don't like, and I'm acting like them for whatever reason. So I just I just switched up, and now I'm like I feel like I'm more of a unique person, more of like my own character. Like I'm not like basing myself on everyone else. I'm basing myself on like what I actually like. Like last year in March, I decided to like completely change how I dress. I used to wear like just t-shirts and like joggers every day, and now I like wear different pants. Like I'll wear jeans, like cargos, any type of like different stuff, like outerwear too.
Mm.
And it's like that was kind of like the main thing that started it all, like me like trying to become different. And then with that, for whatever reason, I was like, yeah, okay, if I'm dressing like this, I can't keep listening to the same generic ass music that everyone else is like. So I like mix it up. Now I listen, like that's how I started getting into like indie music and like less rap music, I guess. So that's another thing. And then yeah, that's kind of really been my biggest change is just like what is it? Not differentiate? Is it different? Yeah, like differentiating myself from other people.
Mm. What do you think sort of caused that? Was there any sort of...
I think the thing that caused that was just me not wanting to be like everyone else. It was me wanting to like, I didn't want to act like, because if I acted like everyone else, the people that I acted like weren't even like good people. Like it was just like the whatever group of guys is like popular. I tried to like act like, not like I tried to act like them, but I noticed that I was acting like them, and I didn't want to anymore. Like I didn't want to be like them because I didn't like any of them.
Talk about the YouTube
I
channel.
can't talk about the YouTube.
Continue that Fortnite.
Okay, so the peak of Caleb Cord Fortnite was the Cool YouTube channel,
The cool YouTube channel.
and the video that started it all off, the start, went crazy. You know, that video was just so well put together.
And is this footage still on YouTube for the viewers to see today?
Is it? Do you remember? I don't think it is. I don't think the OG videos were. I don't think Scroll Wheel rotates up there anymore either. So so yeah, then I made like Fortnite edits, and that was like the peak of my Fortnite career. And then in chapter 2, in OG season, I hit Unreal, and then that was like the peak of my life. So,
what message do you want to send to your future self?
Message. I feel like there's a lot of generic messages that I could say, but like generic messages like work harder, like keep. I don't want to say that though. I feel like there's a better like way of saying that, if that makes any sense. Like instead of saying like work harder, I would say like stick with it. Like keep going with whatever you're passionate about. Stick with it. Keep like see it out to its full potential. Like don't just like try something one time and then like, or don't just let something you love like fade away just because you don't feel like as interested in it anymore. Like that's like a thing with me for like sports. Like sometimes like I love football. Football is my life, but like sometimes I felt like I wanted to like quit just because it felt too hard. And it's like that's when you gotta just stick with it and like see it out until like you finally start seeing like results from your hard work, you know?
How do you define success on a personal level? And how has that definition changed over time?
I feel like success for me is just I feel like I would base my success on like whenever I'm successful, I'm always more like a joyful person. So like if I'm succeeding at things, I'll be happier. So that's how I can like gauge how successful I am in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that hasn't really changed that much since like when I was younger, I guess. But like it's just different because my success looks different. Like my success before would be like all based in school, and now my success is more based in like building relationships with people and like growing as a person and setting up opportunities for myself in the future. It's not like the same type of success, but it's the same like payoff. Like it makes me feel the same way, but it's just not the same, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like I guess an example for right now would be like so when I committed to UMD for football, I thought like that was a huge success. Like that was like one of the biggest successes I've had in my life so far. So like that's like that would make me like super happy. But then like also like when I was in elementary school, right, or like middle school even, it'd be like, oh, you like did better on a test than somebody else, and it's like more. That was more like feeling like I need to be better than people, and now it's like my success is based on like how I'm feeling about myself, and it's not like all about other people. Like obviously, I think like I'm playing football in college, like I'm better than other football players, but like it's less about that, and it's more about like my future is like set up now. Like I don't have to worry about like like where I'm going to college or like a lot of people are worried about like college admissions, and I'm sat there in the back of the classroom like, yep, I don't need to do that, and it's just like, I guess that's just how I would say like I don't know, it's just what I would say.
If you could change one thing in your life, what would it be?
One thing about my life right now, I feel like this is hard to answer like in this moment because I feel like a lot of things in my life are going like on the upward right now. They're going well, so it's like there's not. I feel like there's. It's hard to think of like one thing that I would change to make it better. You know. I would say probably improve my relationship with my family. I feel like recently I've been kind of distant from like my parents and like my sister. Not really my brother, I guess, because like he like drives with me to school every day. I see him every day. I talk to him every day. But like, there's been like stretches of like a week or like a couple days to a week where I just haven't said anything to my dad or my mom, and it's just like there's no reason for that. It's just like I just haven't, and I don't know like why. I feel like I need to like improve my relationship with them because it's not great right now. Like it's not like it was like it's not like it's terrible, like the worst ever, but like I'm just not as connected with them as I used to be. So I just feel like I need to do more of that, like spend more time with them, talk to them more. I just don't really get. I just don't really do much of that anymore. At the moment, at least.
Who or what has had the greatest influence on your personal growth?
My personal growth. My mom. That's so easy. It's been my mom. My mom has always been there for me, even when I'm like at my lowest. So it's like, even when she knows I'm not doing well for myself, she always pushes me to be better. So, like, in in eighth grade, like in eighth grade when we were online, I had problems with like loneliness, and it made me really sad. So like I would have like there was a couple times where I had like panic attacks because I just like felt like I was alone. There was nothing else for me to like, no one for me to talk to, no one for me to like open up to, and my mom was always there for me. So like I specifically remember one time like there was one weekend where it was gonna be like my mom, my sister were gonna go to our cabin for the weekend, and my brother, my dad, and I were gonna stay home. And I don't remember what brought it on, but I just like broke down for whatever reason that day, and I couldn't stop like crying, and I was just sat in my bed for like hours. And my mom decided not to go to the cabin to stay with me, and just like be there for me. So that's the she's been the most important for my growth because she's the one that helped lift me out of those bad times. Like, um, I'm gonna be honest. If it wasn't for her, I don't know. Like, I don't think I'd be anything like I am today. I think I'd be completely different. I think I'd be. Um, I would still consider myself like kind of like quiet, but not as much as I used to be. But like I would, I feel like if it wasn't for my mom and like helping me with like in those dark times, I wouldn't have like any friends. I wouldn't have anyone that cared for me. It would just be me, and I'd be like trying to deal with my things by myself, and it's just not how I like. It doesn't work for me. Like that's not how I deal with stuff. So yeah, my mom's definitely the one that helped me with most of my growth.
If someone wants to be your friend and connect with you, what's the best way to do that?
Connect with me. Um, I'm glad you added the connect with you part because I feel like being my friend is not that hard. Like being my friend is like you talk to me and I talk back and we just like click and we're like I don't know, we're just like have decent chemistry, like just having conversations with each other. But the connecting part is like the part that like makes it different. Like connecting with me is a lot different than being friends with me. Like I'm gonna bring up Chach again. Like me and Chach are really good friends, but I don't like. I wouldn't say I have a deep connection with Chach, and that's literally nothing against him. It's just like I just don't feel that way, like when I'm with him. So it's like connecting with me. I feel like in order to connect with me, I need to know you for longer. Like I've known, I mean, know you for longer, and also like talk to you more. Like the people that know me the most, like the best, are the people that I like talk to like every day, or like used to talk to every day. So like you, Andre, maybe Josh, but like people that know me the best are the people that I interact with the most. So interact with the most about not just like little things. So like example, like I talk to Chacho about sports, but it's different because I like talk to you about like talk to you or Andre about like my actual life and not just like, hey, did you see the game yesterday? You know, like it's a lot different. It's like connecting like the people that if someone wanted to connect with me, the biggest way they could do that is like make themselves feel like be comfortable around me. Like if that's the biggest thing for me is like if somebody's comfortable around me, I'll be comfortable around them. So it's like I guess I kind of like feed on other people in that way. I guess like anyone who I guess it works that way for friendships and for this too. Like for regular friendships, like if somebody's friendly towards me, I'll be friendly towards them. But it's like it's different. Like if somebody really wants to know me, then they have to like they have to show it. Like you can't just like act like a regular normal friend and like ask like my deepest secrets. You know. It's so it's just like that's how connecting with me would work. I guess
Describe to me in the most descriptive way that you can what being alone feels like.
being alone, like terrible, like the worst thing ever. Like loneliness is my probably my biggest fear actually. Like so like when I feel alone, I get really anxious when I'm like alone, when I feel alone. So I'll like if I'm feeling alone, I'll like nervously scroll through my phone and like just try to find anything that makes me feel like I'm with somebody. But then so that's like one major aspect of it, and another part of it is like whenever I'm alone, I get really like bored. So boredom is another thing that's like not like an issue, not like an issue for me, but like it's just a big thing for me where it's like if I'm bored, I'm just feel like terrible, like it's like the worst. So like when I'm lonely, I'm bored. I feel like there's nothing to do. I don't want to like if I'm feeling lonely, I don't try to do things with myself for whatever reason, which is like what I should do. Mostly because I'm just thinking about like I'm just thinking about how there's like most of the time when I'm alone, I'm just thinking about how lonely I am. Like that's why I can't do anything. That's why I'm like nervously scrolling through like Instagram or TikTok to try to find something like that just takes my mind off it because that's what I'm thinking about is like if I'm feeling lonely, it's just me. Like there's nothing else. There's nothing that can make me feel better except for like people, and then there's no people around, so it's just bad.